do you want to start this? Do you have a thing where you start like, hello, like, you know, there's like catchphrases or whatever?
No, I didn't do that last time.
Oh, you gotta make one. Let's make one now.
I just, like last time with Rafe and Patrick, it was just like, I just put their names up on the screen because they were already talking and they didn't know I started recording.
Oh.
And then they got all a little shy.
So you did it with Patrick and who?
And Rafe.
The other.
He was a Bachelor of Music teacher.
Yeah.
For me not last year, the year before.
Oh, nice.
I keep thinking it's last year's 2019,
I know,
but it's 2020.
Are you recording now?
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, sweet. What a good intro that was. I'm happy.
It's informal.
It's informally formal.
Do you want an intro?
Yeah, I do. Give me an intro.
What could I... It goes something like, hello and welcome to the Creative Thinkers podcast. Today here I have Belle. She's a visual artist.
Yay.
And then the crowd applauds.
Crowd like starts, stomping. It's all good.
I'll put in a crowd sound effect.
Don't do that. Come on.
Okay. So.
Yeah. What do you want to ask?
I had. At the end, I'll just ask you to give me all your social media stuff so I can put it in the bottom there.
I forgot that's okay.
I just got a list of things I need to tell you before we get into the question.
Oh, the housekeeping. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to introduce yourself? Or is my
I think you did a good introduction, I think.
Okay. And then if we talk about any websites, I'll try bring them up and save them so I can add them in.
Yeah, no, whatever we can do in post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good having someone who kind of knows the back end of it.
I don't. I just know words.
You understand it, I think.
I'll bluff. I bluff until I do.
Hey, so, did you have any questions you want to ask me, or do you want me to hit you with a question first?
Okay, I'll ask you questions at the end. I think. Okay. I think that's how we should do it.
So the first question I had for you was, how's the level get? How are you feeling about the honours year so far? Because you're 2 weeks into it.
Okay, so this is actually week 1.
Oh,
Tuesday.
Week 1.
And then we do the intensive week on the orientation. And it's interesting because I was doing it last year as well before I deferred. And
you were there for a couple of weeks.
I was there for I did up to assignment 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
I was I had to defer right before you guys had to do the presentations.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Because I was just I don't know what to do. I'm gonna and it was really bad. I was really bad in a state because I had to move up to my parents' place during COVID.
Yeah.
And I didn't know when I was coming back, so I'm
it was a bit hard to get back down here and do that.
It was a difficult one because the studios all closed down.
Oh,
and then we had to move everything. I had to move out, and then I don't know. It was difficult to do it from home. I don't think it would have been possible because we lived in a tiny little apartment. So,
we got kicked out of here for a good month or so.
Yeah, no, and
I forgot about that.
I literally last year, it was devastating. I have to say, I made a whole weekly, a daily list of things to do, my schedule.
Yeah.
From week 0 of 2020, week 0 orientation, all the way to November presentation. I made a whole schedule. It was 20 pages long. Yeah.
It gets flipped upside down.
Yeah, but I'm so glad to be back. It's been refreshing at the same time as stale. I'm ready to move on, but I'm okay, I made that hard decision to let it go, and then you guys did so well anyway, and I was so proud of you guys, and now I'm yeah, I'll do it. I can do this.
You got it.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. Yes.
You're feeling good so
I'm
far?
feeling good. I'm feeling ready to go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm at a stage where I think I can write my dissertation already.
Oh, good.
So
Cool.
like, what am I gonna do for the rest of the year? You
Yeah.
know? Like, no, I have to actually make the work. So yeah. Feel good.
So that leads very well.
Yeah.
What's your project about?
What
What you got so far?
Okay, so my research question has since last year, it hasn't changed at all. It's how do artists can you swear in this? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I can bleep it out if I feel like it.
If children are watching.
There's a great TV show that was on a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, not a long time ago. The Late Late Show with before, what's his name? Craig Ferguson. And all his ways he would bleep it out would be like silly words.
Yeah.
Or he would use Australian slang because he didn't really like Australian people because he was Scottish.
He didn't like Australian people. Well, Scottish, hey.
We just like to make fun of us.
You could just have a cool sound effect instead of a beep because the beep sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Before tangent. I forget what we're talking. Yeah, tangent.
Your question.
My question is, how do artists portray portals? No, hang on.
Do you have it written it down?
I haven't written it down. It's written down on my laptop. It's like how
You can grab your laptop. I just want to check the recording as well.
Oh yeah, let's.
We can leave this in. Quick break.
Yeah.
Just leave it on. It's still going. Still going.
It's all good. It's all good. Informal. Let's see. I wasn't gonna do this, but maybe I'll show you my schedule actually now that I made a new one. So, where is it? You know when you're in honors and you just have tabs and tabs of pages of writing and you don't know where anything is and you're just like...
That was like my I use Evernote. You see here, and this is just for the podcast stuff I've done.
Wow. Is Evernote good?
Yeah, I've used it all through my honors.
Really? Okay.
Its free version is real good, but you can pay for it monthly if you want.
Yeah, that's a thing, hey.
I just use the free version because it has all the features I need and you can use it up on 2 devices.
Oh,
before you have to pay.
Yeah.
So I have it on my main PC at home and my Mac for when I'm out. And it all syncs together so you can write something on one computer and it'll go to the other.
That's okay. I'm going to definitely download it 'cause this is ridiculous. I found it. It is... Cool. No, I haven't found it. Hang on. Where is it?
Yes, that's been really good. And then when I want to be
is.
more formal, I transfer it into like Word or something.
Okay, I got it. It's highlighted here.
Oh, cool. So your question
So my research question for this year, it is, are portals in art and architecture able to create a connection to the beyond? Which is definitely going to change by the end of the year. Like always, no matter what, like everyone...
You need to get a question down before you can start working really.
So yeah, basically my research is about like portals and portals within art, within buildings, within doorways, like a threshold, and how you connect that to the beyond, which is like an intangible idea. So I like to think that when we go through portals, it's like not just a physical thing, but it's like it's a theoretical, like emotional thing as well. Like you go through, like you do an action. It's like a ritual. You like purposely do an action to go to another state of understanding, like perspective.
Yeah,
so I want to see how we can do that in art, in installation, in like and I'm using like ceramic process because I am a ceramicist. I find that like it's a medium that I really connect to, and I'll be hopefully doing an installation by the end of the year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So what what physical things are you going to be making? What art are you going to be making? Or do you not have an idea yet?
I have an idea, and like I've got my schedule for this year already made up. Look at this.
Oh wow!
Look at this. It's terrible. I'll like.
It's gorgeous.
It's so beautiful, and
Yeah.
it's like how many pages? It's It is a lot of pages. This is only like week 19, and it's already like, oh, it's only 6 pages.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, I'm getting a phone call. Can we pause this?
Yeah.
What were we up to? What was it?
We were
yeah, so-
talking about your project, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to hear more about it? Because I can talk about it for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, let's hear more about it.
So I'm actually going to be doing a big installation, and it's going to be hopefully its own space in an environment. I'm thinking of venues at the moment, but I'll be using a technique that I've been using a lot in my bachelor's, which is ceramic slip casting. And what that is just mold making and repeating sort of tile molds that will sort of hopefully eventually become a 8-foot tall archway.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's like a puzzle piece where I'm just pumping out like all these pieces and then assembling them together, and then a little doorway, like, and then hopefully if I've scheduled this right, I'll get that done before the end of the semester, or after the end of the or during the break.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the year I'll have time to be focusing on presentation. So I want a musical element to it and a projection element to it. So hopefully I can get project mapping, hopefully get really good ambient music. I'm looking to like, yeah. I've been asking everyone about it. I'm like, do you make music? Could you make music for me? I'm like, Jacob, do you make music? Yeah.
I'll do it.
But I want to give it to like someone who just wants to do, like, I don't want to be like, I need this type of music, but like, you know,
I'm happy to do anything.
Brief. Yeah, I'll pay you for it because it's like that's your time. So
If you want.
it
I
depends on
don't
what your
mind.
music is. If I don't like it,
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a good one.
We can
It's gonna
talk
be good.
about that afterwards and see
Mhm.
what you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, yeah, no, that's my project. Hopefully.
So, the projection is going to be onto the
Yeah.
art piece.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then it's gonna be like you walk in, and then it's all projected onto the archway, and it keeps like it's like-
Changing.
yeah,
and-
it's like really subtle changes in the piece, and it's just like you know, like ripples and stuff, and then
Oh,
you're like,
wow.
whoa, what's going on? And then yeah, hopefully, I don't know if it'll work, but
No,
well,
that should work.
yeah, doing a lot of tests at the moment, doing a lot of preliminary work to see if that's gonna be good.
So, what kind of projector do you have? Because I'm looking for a projector.
I have nothing.
Ah.
I have nothing. I don't know how I'm going to do this. But there is a good facility for project mapping here, and I don't know who to go to about it, because they had that but they had like a symposium a few years ago, and they had a whole project mapping thing going on in one of the auditoriums. So someone knows about it,
Yeah.
obviously. I don't know who, but I'll figure it out. I'll find out. I'll message you about it, because it's just, I know it's there.
Because if you need a projector, they're relatively cheap on eBay.
I don't know if, can you just use a regular projector? Is that how it works?
I think so.
Oh, well, there you go.
I think you
It's
just
a
got to
program,
line it
isn't
up.
Yeah.
I think it's the program that you might need. If you're going to project from multiple sides, you might need multiple projectors. So
No, I just need the one that faces forward.
when you're going in.
Yeah.
Oh.
It depends. It depends on how the setup is in the venue too.
Because like there's programs called like Touch Designer, and
Mm.
that's for real-time motion graphics and stuff.
Wow.
And people do a lot of projection stuff with that.
I think I will give it to someone to do. Like, I'll just be like, I want this. Here's the brief. Like,
You know what
You
you're
do
doing,
it.
you do it for me.
that's the hardest thing. Like, that's something that I really didn't want to do at the beginning of last year when I
Mhm.
started this honors. I'm like, I need to learn everything. I need to like do my music. I need to do a performance. I was like, I need to be on top of everything. But it's like, at the end of the day,
It's a year.
it's
You don't have a lot of
and you're
time.
delegating all of these tasks at the same time. So
Mm.
if I can just delegate these little bits to everyone,
That's what I learnt is
yeah,
you've got to shrink your idea because you only have a year to do it. And it might seem like a long time, but it's not.
it's not. It's like
20
9 months.
Yeah, 13 weeks at the start of the year, 13 weeks at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then
26 weeks. That's not
Yeah.
much. That's half a year,
Yeah.
unless you are a wizard
Yeah.
and you just, I don't know, you
You
figure it out. Yeah. You
know
just-
exactly what you want to do
just
and exactly
imagine.
how to do it.
That's me. That's why I took the whole year off. I'm like, I think
You
I was
needed
able
that
to.
year to understand what you wanted to do.
Oh, for sure. Like, I am so grateful that I did that. At the same time, I'm really like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm so over this. But it's like, no, but like, I'm so ready, which is really good. But yeah, that's my project. We'll look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be so good. I'm hoping to do like a proper exhibition. Invite all you guys. Have like really nice, like marketing stuff going on. Have like a little catalog or something. But I don't know. Maybe I'll run out of time.
Yeah, don't.
But I like what you did with the posters for your honors. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was like awesome. Did you design them yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
It was so John asked me if what I was going to do for a performance or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I like at the start of the year I didn't really want to perform anything or do much. I just wanted to get it done. So he said I had the space down there, the South Bank TAFE gallery. And I think it was Tammy. Tammy said maybe you could do like some posters or something. And I was like, yeah. Have a poster for each
That's
one.
so cool. Yeah.
And a QR code to the song. So if someone's there and they want to listen to the song, they can.
Exactly.
So I think it was like, I think I did it in like a week or something.
No way.
Or
Oh my
like
God.
7 days.
I'll
7
have
to
to-
10 days.
Yeah, it's like stuff that I'm already thinking about. It's like, no, you got to do the actual work first
Yeah.
and then do everything else. Like, anyway.
Yeah, I just like sat in
Oh,
my studio for a week and worked it out.
yeah.
And then I sent them all off to
Where'd you get them printed?
Vistaprint.
Oh, okay.
A3 size. No.
Easy. No,
Wait.
they're like bigger. They're like A2.
Yeah, A2.
Yeah, A3 is like tiny. Teeny tiny.
Yeah, it was A2.
Yeah.
And then I ordered a bunch of frames from Office Work.
Easy.
And then I think it was all together like $400 though.
Yeah, for A2 frames. But
Yeah.
it's worth it. Like,
Yeah.
I've put money aside for this year. And I think it's so good to be able to be like, oh, I'm going to study or do this with with found materials and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's your research, and you should put, not you should, but like it is better when you can put money into it.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the world runs on money, and to
Yeah.
have nice things, you got to have money. So the people that didn't spend anything and was able to get 2 honors, it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's so much extra.
Yeah, at the start of the year, like the start of last year, I didn't really want to have to spend any money on it.
But it's just nice.
Yeah.
It's like to be able
I got
to see
a
it
nice
like that.
thing
Yeah,
out of it. It's all hang up in my studio now.
exactly.
And I wake up and look up and I got 8
Yeah.
posters hanging there and some behind me.
Yeah, the best part about music is the image. No, that's from my visual art standards.
Yeah.
But yeah, the little like the what is it, like the freaking mixtape
The artwork,
yeah.
album art and mixtape art.
Yeah, and the EPs and stuff. It's like, yep, sounds good.
Yeah,
Looks good. It encapsulates the whole thing just with an image. So that's something that's really interesting to me.
and visuals, at least in modern
Yeah,
performance and music, is such a key part now of like projection and
it is, isn't it? But
like music videos and stuff.
like,
Music videos get probably more plays than the actual song.
yeah, but like, I think it's cool to have like a listening party, things like that. Like, like I reckon if you're gonna perform it again, not perform it, but it'd be cool to have like a little space where people just sit down and everyone has their own like, you provide headphones and they
Yeah.
listen to it like with other people but by themselves,
Yeah.
and then it's like that silent disco sort of thing.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
You heard of French kiwi juice?
I love French kiwi juice.
He did.
I love French kiwi juice.
He's so good. I love him so much.
Wasn't he like a movie sound, like he was like originally doing like soundtracks for like movies, so his ambience sort of background is like really like that's what I heard anyway.
I haven't really. I just love his music. I haven't really looked into his story much.
I don't know if it was you that told me, maybe not, but like someone told me that he just used to do a lot of movies, like soundtracks. So that's why his music is like a bit. It's more layered. Yeah, it's very layered.
Feeling to it.
Yeah.
That's good. He did. Going back to the listening party thing, he did something like that.
I love listening parties.
I think you probably seen it. Like,
yeah. Is it the one where
I'll try to bring it up if I can find it.
Is it the one where it's all pastel-y in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's good. He did a recent one in a house. Have you seen that one? It's with a pianist, and it sounds like lo-fi chill beats to work and study to relax or study to.
Yeah, I need to do like 40 minutes of lo-fi one day.
Like I love lo-fi, but like I've listened to it way too much, and I'm
that's my problem too. I've listened to it way too much, and you hear the same songs over and over and over again. Yeah,
it's like that little crackly sort of sound, and then you're like, Wait, I shouldn't look this up, but I'll show you an image of it. Like that one. It's so nice. Sorry, my screen's like so gross, but
my screen's gross too. Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, this one. It's so good.
Yang.
Anyway, yeah, that's a nice one. Also, NPR music Tiny Desk concerts are good.
I love those.
Yeah, those are so good, and like,
what was it? Live session.
Live session. Like presentation like that, like with music, it's so interesting because like the NPR ones, I was listening to, it's like on my recommendations right now. Like I was listening to Ravina. She's a good artist, and she's just like, she was talking about whenever we do a live performance, it's like we experience it all together.
Yes.
And that's why it's really important to do these little things, and like the space sort of changes that experience as well. That's why I really like installation art, actually. But like, because the environment, like the music in the environment, and like, even though the music should be the main thing, it's just like it can change.
It's experience.
Yeah, the experience just changes with the same music, so it's like really cool. I think. Anyway, that's I could talk about.
Speaking about like spaces,
yeah.
Have you heard of? I think it's called. It's a like you can rent spaces.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Called. I think it's called the Creative.
Is it the Creative Hub or like no? It's
no,
like. Is it here?
I'll try to look it up. I got it in my bookmarks. But you can like rent different spaces for different stuff.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should rent those empty spaces that are around the city. You know, like they're like in renovations, and I bet you they need someone to like pay the rent. So it's like if you came over and you're like, I have cash, here, let me have it for 4 hours. They'll be like, yeah. And then it's like this industrial like cement factory place, and it's like those sort of weird, interesting environments. Yeah,
it's called Creative Spaces, so you can search by.
Oh, what is that?
Location,
really?
Yeah, and you can rent.
No way.
I thought it would be good for you to find a venue for your thing.
Yeah, that would actually be really nice.
And they're like quite reasonable, like some are like $40 an hour, or
wow, really?
Even cheaper than that, depending on what you want. But you can search by if you want like a venue for music, or just like a big open hall, or whatever you want.
You got to put this link on the bottom of the like on this podcast. Be like, here's the link, because like I'm sure everyone really needs something like this. Oh, you can rent studio spaces.
Yep.
You can do anything on this. Oh my god.
And it's an Australian site, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's Australian. Spring Hill, Fortitude Valley, Paddington. Oh, that's so nice. This is such a good resource.
Yeah, I found that.
$50 per hour. Oh,
I think
nice.
Was my friend Faith or something. She found it when we were doing the bachelors together.
Oh, nice.
We needed to book a venue for a performance.
Yeah.
We ended up going to somewhere in the valley.
Yeah.
Something dragon. I can't remember what it's called.
Dragon. I don't know.
I can't remember the name of the venue. I don't spend a lot of time in the valley, so I can't remember the name. I only know the zoo and I think the Flying Cock or something.
The Flying Cock, yeah. I was so gutted. My friend was gonna play at the zoo, but it was like the day of. It was like lockdown day. Wake up and I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited. And then it's
let's
like,
go to the zoo.
Yeah, and then it's like, sorry, postponed. And it's like, next time. It's in March, so.
At least they redid it.
Yeah.
Doing it again.
Yeah. But I was so keen. I'm so keen to go to gigs this year, do things this year, find new places in Brisbane. But
yeah, my mate's he's in a couple of bands at the moment, so he's gigging quite a lot.
Oh, no way.
So I hopefully get to see a couple of his stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
sounds
maybe another question.
Good. Yeah. yeah. Let's hit him with the questions.
We already did. What is your project about? What one next? Should we go existential?
Existential. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go nihilistic.
Let's
go, baby. Let's get existential.
It's not really existential, but like.
What's the question?
Do you think creativity is a part of human nature, or is it something that must be nurtured and learned?
Okay. How raw do you want this? Like,
as raw as you want.
Okay, so I during lockdown. Anyway, no, I have to tell you the story. I have to tell the story.
Yeah.
I have to own this. So during lockdown, I actually took
chocolate
to try and like to try and understand myself better in preparation to the honors. And it's so bad because my work looks at intangible perspectives, and you do that through meditation, through
definitely
I guess altered states, and you can always put yourself in an altered state. Like, you're doing it every time you do something else. Every time you walk into a room, it's an altered perspective of like how you walk into a room and you forget everything you're going to do.
Yeah.
So you have to go back.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. No, like that's like a little, like every time you do that. So anyway, I was.
That's interesting because I always get that feeling, like, especially when I'm talking like with someone creative, my mind like is more switched on. Yeah. Definitely. But you keep going.
But so I dabbled in a little no thing and
just a little,
but it was for research purposes. Like there's a really good book called The Doors of Perception by Eludus Huxley. I can't pronounce his name very well.
The Doors of Perception.
The Doors of Perception, and it talks a lot about stuff like this. And I did the same thing, and I just sat because I was by myself in my house and had so much time to do nothing. So I just sat and I'm like, I'm just going to analyze what's going on. And I'm going to try and bring this with me into my studies. And honestly, I didn't get any. It was very recreational, but I wrote a lot, like, because I was like, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to create. And it's like, no, because creativity is all around us. It's all around us. And in these states, it's like our brains just have to pick up on it. There's beauty all around us, and we just have to find a way to harness it and bring it into our own creation. Like, I think we stand on the shoulders of giants with like, we're creators as well, like from like the great, like God, the creator. We like we
the Renaissance.
Like we're the same. We're doing the same thing, and like it's like you can manipulate ideas and thoughts, and it's just like that's a freaking amazing thing that we have as human beings. And I think everyone can be creative. And nurturing is a part of it. But it's being open to that creativity first. It's like a step. Like, you have to open yourself up to the creativity, and then you have to bring it with you,
Mm.
not let go of it. Just be like, and then you're like, "Argh," and you like grapple with it,
Yeah.
like just like, you know, fight it out for a bit, and then at the end you're like, you know, you're on the ground, and it's like the sun's setting, and
Yeah.
you're like, man, that was a good fight. That was a good fight. And then
Yeah.
and then you like do this like, you know, handshake, and then you're
Yeah.
like, no, that's very romantic, but and it's very
Well, that's I guess
it's a struggle. It's a struggle.
it's very much a struggle.
Yeah, it's
When
always
you
going to be a
first,
struggle.
Like when you first start doing stuff creative, when you get that initial
Yeah,
drive to do it,
yeah,
it's always a struggle, because even though I think some people may have like natural talent for it, or just a brain that works for it,
yeah.
you still got to work at it to get better at it.
I think it's like a little bit of both, definitely.
You definitely need to nurture it, I think.
You need to find it, and then look after it, and then just because you're gonna lose it and you're gonna gain it.
Yeah.
Like it's always gonna be like this sound wave
Yeah.
of a sort of like situation where you have like your
Music
gold.
reference.
Yeah, no, seriously, everything like 'cause it's
Everything
all-
is vibrating.
yeah, it's all vibrations. So like it's gonna be up and down,
Yeah.
and you're gonna go through your like physically, metaphorically, allegorically. It's like you're gonna go onto your golden age.
Yeah.
And then there's a reflective age, like the dark ages, you know. And then it's like in history as well, like there's middle ages, dark ages, where I don't know, people did stuff, and
Yeah.
then Renaissance, and then there must have been a dip, and then there must, you know, like there's always like that happening in a microscopic and a macroscopic way, microcosm way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think sound, this is gonna get even more existential. It's like everything is made of sound and
Yeah.
light. So what we see around us, it's like that anyway. So you know, I won't get into that too much because that's probably too heavy. But
No, it's very interesting. I think that as well. Like
yeah,
everything, like especially with my project last year.
yeah,
Like vibrations in anything.
Yeah.
Have a pitch to them. Eventually,
yeah,
like
yeah. Everything has a resonance.
my favorite one at the moment is we've got some like 20-year-old Bessemer cookware, and each of the lids, when you hit them, have a different note. They vibrate at almost like a cymbal.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a track out of that, I think, or just kitchen stuff.
Because yeah, that's interesting. Because your research question does look into this. Like everything is sound.
Everything's musical.
Everything
you can
is
make
music.
it anything musical with the technology we have today.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, especially in
Yeah.
like back in the 70s and 60s, when recording technology was first being introduced, you could do it to the level of what we can do today. And we've got so much options now with all these digital plugins and stuff.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's crazy like what we can do and manipulate. Like it again, it's like the whole creation thing. I
Yeah.
think like we're in this position where we can like literally make
Anything.
music, which is everything, which is vibration.
Yeah.
You made like basically a your own life. It's like you like spawned something up, which is amazing from like your like from the ether. You just like grabbed it.
Well, I wasn't the first person to
No, but
take sound, like everyday sound, and make music with it, but I think putting research into it, you can look at it from a different perspective, that everything is sound.
Well, you know that like weird jaded sort of thing that musicians say where they're like everything's been played already, like, you know, and it's just like, well, yeah, but like everything's been played already, but it's like the way that you play it and how it can get like, again, with the space, like there's so many elements now that you can incorporate into music, so it's like not now but always, but like,
and especially like
it's not as rigid as people think it
Not
is.
in Western music. Like Western music is very, well, not very, but like most pop songs or rock songs
Yeah.
are all in the 12-tone scale, which all Western music is in. But India has a different scale that they use. China has a different scale that they use.
Yeah.
And then you got the notes in between. Any frequency on the frequency spectrum could be a note.
Mm.
But we stick to 440 or 432, whoever you say.
Yeah.
There's a big debate on that, but 440, A440
A440
is the 12-tone scale.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then there's what is it? The is it for? I don't know. What is that? What is it called? That the number. It's like the frequency.
Yeah, kilohertz and
Kilohertz.
hertz.
That's it. Yeah. Like you change that and it changes the whole thing as well. Isn't there like studies saying like if you listen to music at like something?
Yeah, 432.
432. That's it. And it like. I don't know, it like reconstructs your DNA or something crazy like that.
It's more in harmony with your cells or something.
Yeah, because you know how like you know how like planets have their own resonance as well. They like have a sound. So if planets have it, and if Earth has
I've got to write that down. See if NASA's sent any recordings out. Because NASA, they with the Curiosity rover, they had sound recordings.
They had sound. No, there's like I think Saturn has one. Definitely.
Oh.
I know. I've heard of Saturn. I think. Uranus. Uranus.
Sound recording of planets on NASA sound.
It's just we can't hear it at the moment.
Computer,
but with
why
technology?
Yeah, we can't. It's so low frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can change that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Um.
let's move on to the next question because all these questions are so good, and I'm gonna keep talking.
Well, we can just keep talking about that. It's very interesting.
It's super interesting.
Well, we can move on to a different topic, maybe.
Let's move on. Let's leave the planet thing for everyone to research themselves, because it's a cool thing. It's trust me.
That's like the core thing I want to do with the podcast is just inspire people with different ideas of stuff.
Yeah.
My computer is running very hot for some reason. I don't know why. Running at like 80 degrees for no reason.
It's a Mac, that's why.
It never used to do it. It's 5 years old though. So
it is old, yeah.
I need to look into a new one, I think, at some point.
Did you end up getting one from uni?
No, I had this, so I didn't really.
This is
feel
one
like
from last year. I've had it since like
And they haven't asked for it back.
No. I'm like, it's like my computer now. For 2 years, I'm not gonna.
Just don't say anything.
Oh yes, whoops. But
I'll cut this bit out.
Yeah. Cut most of this out actually.
Hey, so this is another, not existential, but
yeah, no, hit me with those existential questions.
Do you feel that you chose your passion or did it choose you?
Oh no, this is something I've never thought of before.
That's good.
It's choose your passion. No, it chose me. It definitely chose me because I was doing the diploma here, and I'm like, I'm gonna be an artist
in visual arts.
I'm gonna be doing visual arts. I'm gonna be a painter. And I was a full illustrator when I came in.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of your stuff on Instagram.
Like my paintings and stuff, like they're really good. I really like painting still. But there was something about ceramics and sculpture that really drew me in, and it was because it was unpredictable. And when you paint, you know what you're going to paint. Whereas when you make ceramics, you have to like sculpt it, fire it, glaze it, fire it again, and it's going to come out so differently to what you think it's going to come out. So like it's like action painting as well. Like you just free for all, like, you know, I really like unintentional, intentional art, like where you just like do something, but at the end you just can't really, you're not 100% like in control, and that's where the whole creativity thing comes in. I think creativity is around us, and to let go of the control and bring in that creativity. It'll do its own thing. Like it's like with music as well.
Yeah.
I think like jamming is such an amazing thing.
Yes.
Like ad-libbing like is
creating stuff on the fly,
Yeah,
improvising.
it's like raw.
Yeah.
And that raw structure is something that I think people forget. Not forget, but like needs to be more higher level. You know what I mean? Like people are like, yes, this is an amazing painting of this amazing thing, but it's like, how much cooler is it that this is like not intentionally made? Like this is like happened out of circumstance.
Like, it's funny you say that with the band.
Yeah.
If we can't come up with more songs, we're just going to do like 10-minute jams each.
Just rip a
gig
solo, yeah.
And see what comes out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like when we're practicing, we gel really well.
Yeah.
And we don't, like, you don't really get that very often unless people are on like the same wavelength as you.
I think, yeah.
Or can like take what you're inputting and you can take what they're inputting and make something cohesive.
I back when I was doing my first few years of the bachelor's, I lived in a share house over at Sunnybank. It was it was far away, but not as far. But it was a really big share house, and it was full of people on. It was like a people who were like working holiday. Like a lot of them were, and a lot of travelers and things like that. But they stayed. Like it was like, at least 6 months, like each. And everyone always had. We had a shed at the back, and we just filled it with instruments. And
I think you told me.
Yeah, and it was so good. We had like 4 guitars, like, and then we had a few basses, and then we had like this like curbside pickup drum kit. And the curbside pickup drum kit, it was so good, and we actually found another one on the and
joined them together.
Yeah, we Frankensteined a drum kit like with like 4 cymbals, and like it was so cool. And then like we had a bunch of Japanese working holiday people, and they had like African drums. They had like those little like shaky things. I forgot the percussion things. Yeah. And then like almost every night we just end up like down there, just like someone will start like banging, and then someone will like start doing something, and then people just pick up instruments, and it was just like it was like spontaneous, and that was when we had the best music. Yeah. When it's like something, when it's all thought out, it's great when you think it out, but like you can just never get that again, the whole spontaneous like jam. And it's like, oh man, I wish we recorded it, but like
it's also
in
like
the moment.
Nice to leave it in the moment as well.
It is, yeah. And that's really beautiful. And I think, I don't know what the question was, but yes, my answer is yes. The passion. Yeah. But it finds you. Yeah. I think you get drawn to it.
Yeah, that's the word. You get drawn to something that someone's already done. And it evolves. And because when I first started with music, I was just playing guitar. Yeah. Yeah. And now I'm play all these instruments and use the world as an instrument. So what you're interested evolves with like your creative outlet, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Like you don't have to put yourself in a box with I only play guitar and that's all I'm going to do. If you want to do that, that's fine, but my brain can't handle that.
I hope not too many people like that. I hope everyone enjoys, like if you're in a band, you enjoy every part of the band instead of just like, oh, I would just want to rip my really cool solo and like, just be like, yeah, I just it's so gnarly. And then I don't know what sort of band member this is. Gnarly dude. Oh, like some surfer dude, like with a guitar. But no, like as a like, because a band is like a group thing. It's like you think that everyone would sort of want the group to come together as one. Yeah. Have like a hive mind. So it's like good to know everything.
Yeah, I talked about this in the last one, but
really?
Wolfpack is a band I really like that kind of has that philosophy. They're always switching instruments and
that's so
playing
cool.
drums
I love
and
that.
playing guitar or playing bass or playing piano. So I'd like to be in a band like that one day, where everyone knows all the instruments and
Yeah.
we can all just switch around.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the bands, all the bands I've been in, no one knows how to play the drums. And that's why I always get stuck on the drums.
Oh no. Why doesn't anyone know how to play the drums? It's like fun. Drums is fun.
It's easier to pick up a guitar.
Is it? I find it easier to pick up drums.
Well,
Because it's just...
there's also a lot of investment if you want to get a drum kit.
In that sense. But then
Yeah.
you just get Frankenstein drum kit and it should be fine.
I don't know. A lot of my friends,
Yeah.
I only got like 3, 4, 5 other people who I know who play drums from uni.
Mm.
Or
But-
at least to the degree that I play it.
Yeah.
Like my friends dabble and stuff. But
It's easy. Like you just let that teenage rage out.
yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe another question.
Yes. Let's
Wait.
power through these.
Well, you don't have to go through them. You want to ask me some questions? Did you have any questions you want to ask me? Or any topics you wanted to talk about?
Ooh. Let's see. Questions. I should have wrote some down. Actually, I didn't know.
Because
I'd be asking you
I wrote
questions.
down like
Ask me one more question and I'll come back.
I had some topics for like social media or visual art or any other interests that you might have.
Oh yeah.
Or this might be another good question. If you could interview a creative person, both past and present, who would that person be?
You know who I would interview?
Who?
Jim Morrison.
Oh,
It'd be the best interview. Well, if he was like, cause like, man, like, I love the Doors. That's my favorite music is the Doors, and like, he used to be the most shyest person in the world. Like, he was so shy, and he like never performed in front of people. So the first performance that they ever did, they sang like Light My Fire, right? Like, you know the song, I don't know, but can't think of it right now. Light My Fire.
I don't know a lot of their songs, but I know of the band.
Yeah, and there was a stage and there's like people, and he literally had his back turned against the people and was singing the whole song. Like, he was that shy.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's a few albums where he's got a lot of spoken word poetry.
Yeah.
And it's backed up to like a lot of really good music. And I just really like wish there was more of that, rather than like, the music's good, but like seeing that combination of spoken word with like just like instrumental sort of application is like absolutely brilliant. So I would interview him. He'd probably not be a good interviewed person, like, but
yeah, has an interesting creative outlet.
it's very interesting. It's a very interesting way to consume music, I think, or sound in general, like audio, I think, because he would manipulate his sound a lot too. Like, they would anyway, and he'd have a sort of sing-songy. He'd sing some lyrics, but he'd also speak the lyrics at the same time. Like, so there'd be two voices and be like doing that sort of stuff, and I thought that was like super cool.
I'll have to look into so the Doors.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which one. I'm thinking it's Wasp. But yeah, it's like his American Prayer album. But that album itself is a bit
American Prayer.
An American Prayer. Yeah, that's a bit of a. I know a lot of Doors fans will hate it because like the band, you know, creative differences and stuff like that. So they never last.
Well, everything's subjective.
Yeah.
I just hate that people have to force other people into a box about what they can like or what they can't like.
Exactly.
But everyone has their own stuff that they love.
Who would you interview?
Oh, probably Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because my dad played Queen since I was like a baby. So we're grown up listening to Queen all the time. And it just sucks I never got to see him.
Well, I mean, there was not much of a chance. He
Yeah.
sort of died.
Before I was born.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But if he was still alive now, it would have been amazing.
How do you feel about the movie?
Oh, I really liked it, but
I liked it too. It wasn't bad.
it wasn't definitely. It was
But
really good, but
I wish they had more of his life in it.
yeah,
It was just more like, yeah, with the band.
yeah.
Yeah, with the band. It's like, no, let's. I mean, yeah, but like.
I guess the movie was about Queen and not just him, but
Yeah.
he is kind of the face of it.
Yeah, I'd love to see a biopic of.
Yeah,
like,
just Freddie.
Of just Freddie. No offense, Brian. And
Yeah. But Brian May's awesome. He's an astrophysicist.
Yeah.
Or a physicist.
And
PhD.
blanking. I'm blanking on everyone. There's the guy on the bass that's just like, and then there's the cute guy who's like looked cute as a girl, and he's like,
Oh, the guy on drums.
yeah, the
Roger Taylor.
Roger Taylor, that's it.
Yeah.
I just never remember the bass guy name.
I can't remember his name either. I always
That's so
forget.
bad, I think. Like
He left the band.
he left the band, yeah.
ages ago.
But he did that bass line,
Yeah.
I think, maybe.
From what?
The another one, Bites the Dust one.
Yeah, and Under Pressure as well.
Oh yeah, I love
Dum
Under
dum
Pressure.
dum
That's
dum dum
another.
dum.
I'd love to interview David Bowie as well.
Yeah, Dover Bowie and Prince.
Prince, the
I never-
artist formerly known
known
as
as
Prince.
Prince,
I love that so much.
Have you seen the Prince movie?
No, is there a movie?
Yeah.
Why did I not know about
I think it's called Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Prince
It would
Purple
be.
Rain.
Because I actually don't know a lot of Prince like music, unfortunately, and I feel like I missed out on like a particular part that I
Do
could.
you want to write some down and I'll list some for you?
I'll look it up. Like, I like the one where he's like super hot, like, what is it, that song that he talks about kissing? That was. It's like,
Yeah. I know the one. I can't remember the name of it.
I'm trying to think what movie that was from. I'm thinking it's like Shrek or something, but it's no, their soundtrack's always good.
So
Mint soundtrack.
Let's Go Crazy is a good one.
Yeah.
Lady Cab Driver. It's like,
I like how you're
Lady.
making me writing it down, but I'll probably
Well, you'll see it in this.
I'll see it. Yeah. Like.
Lady Cab Driver's good. When Doves Cry.
Oh yeah, no.
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Computer Blue. My mate, Jake, who's in all these bands,
Yeah.
he got me into Prince when he went through a major Prince phase in high school, and we were just playing Prince all the time.
That's so funny.
Prince and what was it? Elizabeth Taylor was.
Yeah.
He went through a major phase with that, which are great people
Yeah.
and great artists. So did you have any questions for me?
Oh, how did you feel about Top 100 this year? That's such a
Triple J.
Yeah. You can be honest.
I never really listened to it.
Me neither. It's really bad.
I don't listen to it because it's like I know friends who do it, but I just never been a part of my life really. I always listen to
It's very
my iPod or something in
it's
the
more
car.
of a social thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than you actually
Australia
listen to it.
Day maybe the top 100 because
But
it's
then-
on, but
Yeah, but then who's really doing anything in Australia
Yeah.
Day anymore? It's, like, I love how they moved it though. That's really good. Because the first one, so the number one was Glass Animals with it was like something, oh I forgot, but it sounds
I don't know who they are.
Glass Animals are like, they have really good music. Gooey is really good. I really like that, but like they were like an indie band, and then recently I've noticed that a lot of indie bands have started doing rap music,
Oh.
and then it's like they're sort of like doing rap, and they're like and then they're getting popular because they're doing rap, like, and that's it. Not that I hate rap. I actually really like rap, but like,
Who's your favorite rap artist?
oh well, Kendrick Lamar, I guess. But I do like Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
He's good. And then, there's like it's all good. It's all good music.
What about Logic?
I don't know Logic. Oh no, I do know Logic. Hang on, don't do this to me.
Incredible True Story.
Yeah.
I listen to that album probably weekly.
Weekly. You know what I've been listening to daily? I've been listening to Francis Moody, and he's an English artist, I think, and there's a really good song called well, all his music is so good, but like that's my power up music. You know when you like have like certain musics to like power yourself up to, and you're just like walking around.
Logic's like my study music. I stick that in my ears and
like I have like certain music to like do actions with.
Yeah, another rap artist I really like would be Dr. Dre and Ice Cube. And Snoop Dogg, like all the West Coast guys.
Yeah, West Coast is good. I like I do have a soft spot for you know, like where are they from?
And Biggie.
Oh yeah, Biggie.
Biggie Smalls.
Yeah. What is it? I'm blanking on the place. It's not New Jersey, but it's like
East Coast.
Chicago.
Fucking
Chicago rappers. Like freaking like Chance the Rapper and stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love growing up. That's my teenage. You know, like I heard that the songs that you play when you're a teenager are always going to be like special because they invoked a time in your life where you were feeling very, I guess, new to the world, and you're experiencing all these new things, and it's exciting, and it's like you're passionate at that time, and it's always going to invoke that feeling in you. So listening to your like music from when you're a teenager, it's never going to go old. Like you'll always enjoy it.
Yes, mine would be the John Butler Trio.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I was into all the roots and stuff. I still am, but like that was what I grew up wanting to learn how to play. The John Butler Trio, I was listening to him on the way here.
Oh, that's so good.
I listen to his whole catalogue all the time. But
is it John Butler? Are they all called John Butler? Why are they called John Butler Trio? Is it John Butler and the Trio, or is it?
It's.
He's not John Butler.
He started off on his own in like busking and Fremantle market in Western Australia.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the story, but I think he got picked up by some record label or something. He might have done it. He's got his own record label now called Jarrah Records, but he needed 2 other players. He needed a bassist and a drummer.
Then they happened to be called John Butler also. No.
They just called it the John Butler Trio because it was like he's the songwriter and they were just because it's like a revolving cast of people who play with him.
Yeah, that's right. He never had
because at the start he had 2 guys, one on the upright bass and drum, and then Nicky Bomber.
Yeah.
He became the drummer for a little while.
Yeah.
And the bassist, I can't remember his name, but he's still in the band at the moment.
Okay.
But they got a new drummer now. But there's always, like, John Butler does his own solo shows, and then he has the trio.
Yeah.
So, I guess he probably just wanted more instruments in his sound rather than just him playing guitar and singing.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. But
so that kind of music, like
like
roots music.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I really got you know, as you like you get into like roots, and then it sort of like turns into like it's like a weird reggae situation, and then you're like, hang on, let me go back to, because I don't hate reggae, but
no, I like
reggae. Like my dad is like he's from Papua New Guinea, so we've grown up on like islander sort of like music as well. And it's so funny because my mum is she is so hard keen on British rock. Like our house is riddled with like the Who.
Oh,
like,
cool.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
The Police.
Like, the Police. Yeah, she's like so into freaking like ska, and she's like
I love ska.
She like went by herself. This little Asian lady, poor little Asian lady. She like goes to a ska like freaking mush like, and there's all these old guys, like old boys, and they're just like, yeah, they're doing the, and then there's this little lady, and she's like, yeah, and then like, what? And then
Yeah, great ska band that I love is that my dad told me about was Madness.
Yeah, Madness is so good.
And also, I can't remember their name, but I saw them at the zoo. I was going to bring it back to the zoo.
Really, Madness?
Not Madness, but there was another band, another ska band.
Oh, is it? Oh, there's the Melbourne ska orchestra.
Nicky Bomber runs that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's right. That's it. And I went and saw them. They were great.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That was on the Gold Coast, and
where'd you see him on the Gold Coast?
at the near Helensvale train station.
Oh, because they were at
Night Quarter. That's it.
Yeah, I was there in that night.
No way.
Yeah.
Were they like hey, whoever dances the most gets all this free stuff, and they were just like, and then I didn't get it anyway. No one got it like that.
Yeah, we didn't go see them, but we were walking around getting food and stuff.
Oh, you sure? Oh, it was really good. And then we went and saw
I've been
Cat
meaning
Empire
to.
as well, which was really good.
They're like my second favorite band.
They're so good. I loved it. But they didn't play the music. They didn't play I can't think of the. Do you know the really good one? That's just like a.
Like So Many Nights, that album.
The one that's like sort of like carnival-y. It like uses a lot of black notes. The whole band uses a lot of black notes. I'm sorry, like all them.
I'll look it up and see.
Let's see. It's the famous one, the one that everyone thinks of. Well, I think of.
There's my favorite one with the way I know the Cat Empire is because from the soundtrack to Packed to the Rafters. They were on that, and my mum bought the CD, and I was like, I really like this song.
Yeah.
Fishy, from So Many Nights is probably my favorite.
Yeah. You know what has a good soundtrack?
That album.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's probably it.
These are, and that one. Their first.
That's a good album, yeah. We were talking about this the other night. The good soundtrack is Swiss Army Man. They have a great soundtrack, and I've listened to it like on Spotify.
Oh, I haven't listened to it all the way through.
It's just like, I love how it's explaining everything. It's just so good.
I like the
Yeah. Pop popcorn, popcorn, and then like bash him in the face, like kill all the squirrels. And it's like, okay, like, but
yeah, I love.
That was amazing.
That's a great movie.
That's
and
you could do a whole like research thing on that.
Yeah.
Too, like,
I'll have to like not Google, like YouTube and see if anyone's done an analysis of it.
Oh, I hope so.
Because you've heard of Everything Wrong with the Movies guy on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, the cynical.
Yeah, there's another guy who does everything great about the movie.
Oh, that's nice.
He's I watched one, rewatched one for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
You know, I've been getting recommended so much Scott Pilgrim stuff lately. I don't know if
they brought out a game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They brought out a new game.
Is it a remake?
No, it's been delayed for like 8 years or something.
Wait, it's that game?
Like the actual, like a remastered version of the game.
That makes sense.
Because I saw it in like on Twitter trending, and I was like, why is it trending here? No one really went to the movie. No one but now it's like has a cult following.
It does have a cult following. I really don't mind it. I do enjoy it. Like, I just didn't like the.
That brings it back to Swiss Army Man and Mary Kate Elizabeth Winslet. She's in both of them.
She is in both of them.
Yeah.
That's true.
I love her.
She's only in for like 2 seconds, though. She has like one word.
I still count that she's in it.
Yeah.
She's in a lot of flashbacks and stuff.
She's in like one flashback.
You keep going with what you're saying.
What was I saying? Swiss Army Man.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, no, Scott Pilgrim has a really good soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's got really like it goes into film now, but like, yeah, they did a really good job with that film. But they changed the ending to like the non-conventional. I don't know. There was a lot of like teething issues, I think, but it was very deeply layered as a movie. I think there was a lot of references. It was very good to
they were trying to make it as much as like a comic as possible, I think.
They did justice. It's like a good way to what is it? When you like make a book into a movie or
adaptation.
Adaptation, yeah. It's not like Ready Player One, but Ready Player One's.
I love that too.
Anyway. No way! It's terrible.
I liked it.
I didn't like it.
What didn't you like about it?
Because it's silly. If you think about it, it's silly.
What's silly about it?
Well, like, why would they just like do it in VR? Like, why didn't he just be like, okay, let's just smack them, and then like they're like, oh, find the Easter egg. It's like, no, hang on, just like, why don't you just aren't you rich? Why don't you just like, shut the game down or what? Like,
Yeah.
Why does he have to play the rules when he's like the main owner? Can't he just pay someone to like change the rules for him only?
Yeah, I think that was a little bit silly, but I guess it had to have stakes in that sense. You can't just. There's no movie if the bad guy can't get to the end.
Also, I just didn't like how the Iron Giant was like a violent thing. Because I'm like, that's not what the Iron Giant is.
I love the Iron Giant.
I love the Iron Giant, but I'm like, the Iron Giant isn't violent, and you're making him violent.
He didn't mean to be violent.
Yeah, this is not right.
It wasn't his fault.
But yeah, no, I get it. I see the good in the movie.
I think what I liked about it most is we're nearly at that possibility of virtual.
We're already there with VR chat and stuff.
Yeah, but being able to go anywhere and do anything within the virtual world, we're nearly like there. I think because they got haptic feedback suits coming out.
They do,
and they got the headsets.
That's so scary.
Yeah,
that's creepy. But they had I remember there was a VR chat. There's a lot of VR chat YouTube videos which are really interesting to watch. I watch them all the time, and like
James Ski was probably my favorite.
I watch Skyremore. Like they're really good because they do interviews.
Oh
yeah.
Was it with the guy? I watched one.
It's the one that has Pooh Bear in it all the time.
Yeah, Pooh, and it had Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
The gunship guy.
One,
yeah, I really love those.
Those are really good, and I watch all of his videos.
Maybe I should do an episode in VR. I bought a headset.
No way. Yeah. Oh, I wish. I don't have the time to even do VR, but that would be so good. You should definitely do a podcast with a random person. Yeah. In VR chat, and then that's like one of the episodes.
Yeah, I'm thinking with the podcast having like sub genre stuff like music. Like with my mate next week, we'll just focus on music. So I know. After we finish, I'll just show you all the stuff I've written down because I've got so much stuff.
That's so interesting. Do you have like this is sort of going off into the podcasting. Do you have like a logo and stuff, like branding and everything? I'll
show you the page at the moment.
Wait, maybe we should finish up this podcast and then you can show me all this stuff.
All right.
Are we gonna the end?
Okay, goodbye.
No.
I think that because I think we could probably talk.
We can talk for
ages about stuff. I know. We'll have to do another one.
Yeah, we'll do
in like a month, like once a month maybe if you want to do.
We'll do one when like I reckon when I'm halfway through as well, and then I'm like. I've like yeeted out of the university. I'm not even there. And you're like, okay, this is our second podcast with Belle. Oh, she's not here, so I guess I'll just talk by myself. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that to you. But
Belle's too busy to come on the podcast.
Belle's just not. She's checked out.
Yeah, she's too checked out now.
She's checked out, and no, but
no, we'll do another one during that 3-month break or whatever.
Yeah, let's. Like a proper one, yeah. Sounds good.
And then we'll do another one at the end of the year to see to tie it all together.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds great. But I
don't think there's any. We could talk forever. We're gonna do another one.
How?
Hour and 20 minutes nearly.
I mean,
we got to cut out.
We got to cut out
10 minutes, but that's perfect.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It was really nice. It was
That's
really
right.
good to do this because, like, I've been really interested in podcasts for a long time. So, but you should cut out the bit about the
Chocolate.
I talk about. Just be like,
I'll just
hard cut, and then it's just like.
I'll show
what
you
are we
the
talking about?
Craig Ferguson how he bleeps stuff out, and I'll do something like that.
Yeah, just like bleep it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll be like, she could have been doing anything. Like, could have been doing anything.
Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. And we fade to black.
But that's it.
We can stop whenever. It's hard to find a way to stop.
You should do a hard cut.
We'll just look. Ready? We'll both stare at the camera and we'll hard cut. Ready? 1, 2, 3.